I'll tell you a little bit about the annual agriculture awards. I have a few people in the room who have seen this idea happening every year and not taking place, being advertised. In 2014, after the Year of Agriculture, African Union Year of Agriculture, that's when we got the concept to have the annual agriculture awards. At the African Year of Agriculture event that was in Durban, a number of African people were recognized for their service to the agriculture sector. I was one of the nominees that were invited by African Union to submit my work so that I'm aligned for an award. Apparently, when the African Union people called me and said, "We want you to submit your work," I said, "I cannot." They said, "Why?" I said, "I don't do this to be awarded. I do it because I'm serving my people and because I have a passion to serve." For many of you who know me, I've been an agriculture journalist in my past, but by profession, I'm an agroecologist. So I just have the passion to communicate agriculture. So when we go to Durban, and I'm not among the people who submitted, I don't even go for the gala dinner, and someone calls me and says, "You're needed here at the event." So when I arrived, I just get a standing ovation, and the African Union Commission had recognized my works and awarded me without me submitting or competing for an award. This is the culture that we are trying to build, to say, we know farmers are doing too much. We also know that they are policy makers. Without them, the farmer cannot get the finances they need. We also know there is an extension worker who rides a motorcycle. He starts out with a bicycle, gets on a motorcycle, serves for 20, 30 years, and nobody ever recognizes that person. We know there are researchers out there who spend 30 years in the laboratory and go home without anything. Not attacking or offending my uncle and the minister now. I met Honorable Nira Zerubbabel a few years when he was Minister of State for Agriculture. And I asked him, "Honorable, what pushed you into politics?" He said, "I was a researcher for 36 years. And when I got out of research, they only gave me a cup of tea at the research station in Serere, and I went home. So my children kept asking, 'Daddy, so what did you do all the 36 years that you were a researcher?' Nobody ever recognized him beyond a cup of tea to say, 'Oh, our colleague has made 60 years, so he should go home.' And this is the culture. We also have a minister, my friend, who is a minister now, but I don't think for him, he left, he went into politics because I know he's a passionate agriculturalist. But I'm honored to have everybody here today, and that is the history why we need this, to have these awards annually. This is not Grace Musimami's project, and the first one, it has been a leap of faith for people to trust us. I'm the face of these awards, but I don't own them, and I know that we need to move this further beyond just recognizing people for purposes of fame, but for the awards. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you about the awards. We started out 4 months ago to organize these awards, and we worked to partners and requested them to support this event. Selling a new concept is not as easy. I would like to thank our patron, Honorable Chakula Gabuino, Major, retired. He saw the concept and said, "I'll be your patron." Please let us give him a hand clap. He said, "This is a good idea. I think we need to recognize people." But I would also like to thank key partners like UNCDF, FAO, FAO, please give them a hand clap. Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, Bank of Uganda, and a number of them I may not mention. You can see the banners. I think we have all partners lined up, but we also have Ministry of Agriculture. I don't know if the PS is within, but I would like to thank him sincerely. He blessed the event. He sent us to other his junior officers and said, let them follow up until this event is a success. And we've had the blessing of the ministry to make sure this happens. We sent out nominations and we had over 556 nominations. We had 2 categories of awards tonight. We had almost 23 categories. And out of the 23, everybody wanted to have his category nominated. Everybody said, we want to have livestock feeds as a category. He said, no, that can't happen. We need to have agribusiness as a category. And we said, okay, that is. So we had a team that had to sit, and from 25, we went up to 18 categories. And these are the categories that are going to have awards today. And these were categorized under the People's Choice Awards that we shall have tonight. We also had another category of awards. The category called the Jury Award. And this one will be happening every year to recognize people that have played a role in agriculture. It could be you, it could be me, it could be someone else, that these will be received, and we are setting a precedent today. We have a Lifetime Achievers Award, Agriculture Achievers Award. This is an award aimed at motivating other players. They could be private sector, public sector, and banks, financial organizations. The Lifetime Achievers Award is an award that will be given every year to the final person who has done something after assessment, someone who has impacted on community, built a brand. You could build a brand as an individual, but also impacted on the community and sustainability. There is a criterion, judges will bring it out later, but we have the Lifetime Achievers Award, and that will be the award for the night, the final award for the night that we hope someone here or someone there will be able to carry home. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, while we were running these awards, we were able to unearth quite a number of things. One was the fact that in the past, when Honorable Victoria Sechitoleko was Minister of Agriculture, there was what they used to call the agriculture, I think it was a district agriculture competitions, and these kept running, and then they would give awards, just like what New Vision is doing now. New Vision Group, I'm happy the CEO, Don, is here. Don, you're welcome. Mr. Don Wanyama. They used to take people to Netherlands, to other countries, and that was an initiative. We met a farmer called Jasper from Luero, who was one of the beneficiaries who went during those years for competing in these awards. And I think New Vision has brought it back again. We think we need now to go beyond just the farmer and say, can we have extension workers go and see what others are doing in Germany? But also, can we get people to come into the country to teach what they're doing out there? We don't always have to go. So, because the farmer cannot wait for an extension worker when he's on holiday. So that was something we found out, that these competitions were happening. I would like to request the minister and your team and everyone here that let us revive the competitions and enable people to appreciate doing what they do, and also to know that everybody is seeing them and appreciating them.